Myocarditis is defined as inflammatory heart disease. Back in 2001, I had 2 immunizations to travel to Africa to do mission work. And about 2 hours after the immunizations, my heart started to misbehave. It was beating too forcefully, too irregularly, and too fast. Within 7 days, I was transferred between several different hospitals, many critical events, defined as the type of myocarditis that I have is called giant cell myocarditis and is classified as a catastrophic illness. By the time I made it to New York Presbyterian Hospital, Columbia, I was so sick I was immediately placed on the heart transplant list. I did survive, thankfully, long enough to receive the heart, and in my recovery, I said to my doctor, "What can I do to thank you for what you have done to saving my life?" And he said, "You should get in touch with Dr. Leslie Cooper from the Mayo Clinic, who we consulted with because he's the world expert on your disease." Again, myocarditis, inflammatory heart disease. So I called Dr. Cooper and I said exactly the same thing. What can I do to thank you for what you have done for me? And he said, we need to start a foundation. So we started the Myocarditis Foundation. Now, at the time, 13 years ago, as a nurse, I had access to research studies on the disease because I was a nurse through PubMed. But for the general public, there was no information available about myocarditis. And Dr. Cooper said, we need to start a foundation so that we can put information online because we suspect that there are many other people out there who would benefit from this information. Well, we started the foundation. Officially, this is our 10th anniversary year. And in those 10 years, I've learned a lot about myocarditis. And most importantly, what I have learned is that it is a disease of young, healthy people. I was on the outer limit of the age spectrum, so it was a very rare thing that I would get this rare disease. But many, many children, babies, children, young adults die of this disease, and the knowledge of that makes me work harder on the foundation to try to find answers. In the 10 years of our existence as the Myocarditis Foundation, we've raised close to $500,000 for research and given away 15 research grants to some leading medical institutions in the United States and Canada. We have a very good website that gets 600,000 hits per month. So we are international, not just national, but international in our scope. And we educate the public and physicians about the disease, and we support patients and families who've lost loved ones to the disease. So it's been a very, very big job for a rare disease, which I have done as a volunteer, hoping that every bit of extra money would go towards research that might find more answers towards a better diagnostic and more treatment options. Because in the meantime, until we get this disease figured out, more and more young people are dying. And it's a very, very sad thing. But we are the only people doing it in the world. We're the only people who are focused exclusively on inflammatory heart disease, and we are committed to the cause.